funds.
Pennsylvania is prepared to lift all COVID restrictions on Memorial Day, but the mask will stay until we hit 70% of all Pennsylvania adults vaccinated. We're finding out how they reached that decision, and the task force members will take our questions to talk further about what happens next.
After the governor's announcement about the mitigation efforts being lifted May 31st, one restaurant owner we spoke with wonders, why does he have to wait? We'll talk to him coming up next.
CBS 21 News begins with breaking news.
COVID restrictions in the Commonwealth lift on Memorial Day. Tonight, team coverage of the day Pennsylvanians have been waiting for more than a year.
Our goal by July 4th is to have 70% of adult Americans at least one shot and 160 million Americans fully vaccinated.
President Biden's newest goal to get more underserved communities vaccinated, as millions of young Americans could soon be able to get their shot. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us at 6 o'clock. I'm Jasmine Brooks. Excitement throughout the Commonwealth today as the big news that we've been waiting for over a year now has been announced. Most mitigation orders will be lifted. This all goes into effect May 31st at 12:01 a.m. However, that mask mandate will remain in effect, and that will be lifted once 70% of Pennsylvania adults are fully vaccinated. So let's put that 70% into perspective. Right now, about 41% of Pennsylvania adults are fully vaccinated, but 63% have had at least one dose. So this means we will need around 711,000 Pennsylvanians who have not received any dose yet to get fully vaccinated in order to reach that 70%. There are a lot of questions about the goal to get 70% of all Pennsylvania adults vaccinated to get the mask mandate repealed. And tonight, CBS 21's Ryan Eldridge is getting answers from members of the governor's vaccine task force. He's live in Harrisburg, so did you get any clarity on this, Ryan?
Yeah, Jasmine, a little bit. As to where they got that 70% number, that figure, they actually got that from a foreign country and some studies done there, some information that they have, and we're going to show you that in our Q&A. But also that adult population, 18 and up, I really didn't get any clarity on that other than the task force members to say that it provides a good incentive for those who haven't gotten vaccinated to get their shot. So that's 70%. How do you come up with that number? And it only includes those 18 and older. Why is that?
But yeah, specifically 18 and older. To be honest, there's a little bit of discrepancy there, but really it comes from what Israel actually experienced. So when Israel hit that 70% number, they actually saw a significant decrease in new cases moving forward. And you know, that was a data point that we could point at to when we're looking at what our goals are. That was a good indicator to us that that's the right thing. It's not that far off. We still got a little bit of work to do, but like I said earlier, we're currently at 63%. We certainly are projected to hit 70 as long as things continue the way they have been by middle to late June at the latest. There's discussion at the federal level that 12 and older will potentially be approved by the CDC. That has not been part of the discussion as far as lifting masks. It's really looking at adults, looking at what we know right now, and I wouldn't anticipate adding an additional level once the kids get approved. So.
And I did ask Tim O'Neill and Senator Ryan Ahmed, both members of that COVID-19 task force, if they were concerned about that Memorial Day reopening. They both said that they're not, citing positive trends in both the infection rate and the vaccination rate. Live in Harrisburg, Ryan Eldridge, CBS 21 News.
In the past hour, CBS 21 had a chance to talk with PA's acting health secretary about why the decision was made. She says businesses played a big part into their thought process.
Most importantly, we've heard from a lot of our businesses and otherwise that have had to adjust throughout this pandemic that one of the most important tools that they can have is lead time. They need a heads up when we're going to be changing anything. And so we felt that this was responsive to their requests.
All right, well, today's announcement comes as a huge relief to bars and restaurants, which have struggled since the pandemic began. Nick Volturo live in Camp Hill, Cumberland County, with more with restaurant owners reacting tonight. Nick?
Yeah, Jasmine, I'm here with owner of Flinchies, Matt Flinchbaugh, and he hasn't been shy about the entire mitigation efforts and how they've been handled throughout the process. And Matt, they talked about today that they wanted to give businesses time to prepare in order to lift these restrictions. What are your thoughts on that?
Prepare for what? What are we to prepare for? Protecting our customers, protecting our staff. We've been doing that since March 17th of last year. And since we've been able to welcome customers back, we've done nothing but keep our customers safe. So what exactly are we preparing for?
You know, one of the things that you talked about was making sure that, you were vaccinated, the staff was vaccinated, that you take every precaution. So does this feel just like another timeline that you're just not satisfied with?
What's the reasoning behind it? Why are we not at 100%? Why are we still forced to follow these ridiculous mitigation rules when it's been proven that we are less than 3% of the problem?
So what would you like to see? I mean, obviously, is anything going to change? I mean, when May 31st rolls around, anything going to change?
We'll be able to welcome more customers in, and hopefully they'll be able to enjoy themselves a lot more. They'll be able to sit with more friends, and they'll be able to sit without wearing a mask, and they'll be able to maybe have a choice. Maybe Pennsylvanians will have a choice on what they want to do with their lives.
Thanks a lot, Matt, for joining us. Reporting live in Cumberland County, Nick Volturo, CBS 21 News.
All right, thank you, Nick. Today's decision will also have a major impact on the sports industry. CBS 21 Sports Director Joldy Smith caught up with a few local teams in our region and has more on what the decision means for them. Joldy.
This is a game changer. They literally said that. Picture it this way. This is what their plan was and what's going to be happening with the Harrisburg Senators for now. If you get these couple seats, it means everything around you, front and back, has to be cleared 6 feet to be safe and stay within the mitigation. That now changes once we get into June. Perfect timing for the folks here in the Lancaster Barnstormers, because that is when their season begins. We caught up with the general manager of the Barnstormers just a little bit ago. He just found out within the last couple hours everything's about to change. This way, people can be in their seats that they purchased. They know where they're sitting, and we still intend to probably have a couple sections that will remain with seat pods for those that feel more comfortable sitting in those sections. But yeah, this is a game changer for us. Yes, indeed it is. Hey, let's talk about the team that's not going to wait until June. Their season starts actually tonight. It's the Harrisburg Senators. We've heard from them already. They're going to stay with the plan for now. They have some seats that will be pushed away and kept away from everybody else. Other ones you can purchase. So it's going to be limited seating throughout May until they get to June and everything changes. But their season actually starts tonight. They get to play ball on the road. Their season opener is next week. We had a chance to talk to one of the new players this year who's just been itching to play for more than a year now. Take a listen.
Just the joy of getting to know people, but then again, playing and progressing and getting better at something that we all love. It's something that unites each and every one of us, and it's fun to watch everyone get better, and hopefully everyone gets to where we're trying to go. That's the number one thing for me that I enjoy and missed.
I'll note that one final note interesting about the timing here. The Big 33 will be the first event that actually has a full potential crowd there. So that's happening on Memorial Day. The day before a different All-Star game, they're still going to have the old rules in place. I'm Joel D. Smith. Sports are changing fast. Guys, back to you.
And in the past 90 minutes, thanks, Joel D., I had the chance to speak with the doctor about the latest announcement from the governor. So we asked him if he thinks the 70% immunization threshold is necessary to reach herd immunity.
I think we're getting to herd immunity. It certainly is a positive step in the right direction. The virus, as we know, is very transmissible. So the higher the numbers, the better. But I think we got to set a goal at some point.
And he added it will be likely a few months before PA vaccinates that 70% of the adult population.
The vaccine supply, we're focused on convincing even more Americans to show up and get the vaccine that is available to them.
And that was the latest today from President Biden, who says that he has a goal, and it's July 4th, to have 70% of the population of American adults vaccinated at least with one shot, and 160 million Americans fully vaccinated again on July 4th. Tom?
Hey, thanks, Jasmine. We've been feeling like summertime here in Central PA.